All right. I
You've
think
been holding
we.
still for 2 minutes.
Oh,
Are you thinking about switching your careers from hunter to assassin?
um. Okay, Caleb. Anyway, so this time we're gonna go through the main story update that just dropped today. Uh, um, actually, I don't know what to expect. So yeah, this story should be featuring Xavier and Raphael. So, mm, well, let's just go straight into it. The first chapter. Mission. Oh, wait. At this long awaited press conference, Fall Sanatorium announced they would temporarily stop accepting new patients. According to the official statement, the rationale is that they want to focus their limited resources and expertise on patients with greater needs. Appearing as the spokesperson, Director Wicker takes no question from the media and bows before leaving the conference room. I hope the audio is okay though. Uh, Having escaped the relentless cameras in hot pursuit, Director Wicker feels satisfied. His mission is complete, and all that remains is filling his final report. Just as he relaxes, a curtain flickers in his periphery. A hard object is pressed against the back of his head.
I ask and you answer. So long as you don't lie, I can guarantee your head will stay intact.
Who is this? Okay.
We can talk about this.
Where's Benedict?
A moment. So, the last time the main story update was like 6 months ago, I think, and I don't really remember. I do remember that we visit Zane and then we go to some kind of research hospital, was it? Yeah, but who who is who and who's the characters, and I don't really remember anymore. But okay.
I don't.
The lie that was said instinctively has barely left his lips as the sound of a laser weapon being charged resounds. Okay, that's scary. Director Wickers bites the tip of his tongue. He used the sharp pain to regain his ability to think and weigh his option. Oh, hello! Thank you for coming again. Welcome. Yeah, this time is not about Final Fantasy 14. I want to stream this Love and Deepspace. Welcome, welcome. Any chance you play this game too, Rumi? Because in case you play and you haven't done the story, this is kind of spoiler, I guess. Oh, okay. You don't know, so you never played this game before. This is the It's a otome game, so but the story is good. So yeah.
I'm not sure, but he might be on an unnamed floating island.
So this is actually like already in the middle of, like, if you don't really follow the story, maybe you will be confused. But the last time the main story updated was like around 6 months ago. So like I too don't really remember any any of the story. Like the last one was like too long.
The location?
It's a moving island. No one knows its exact coordinates.
But for this update, I'm just starting. So like, oh, suddenly there's heavy rain outside. If you heard any of the sound,
A person like me knowing this much information is already an exception to the rules. Please understand.
One last question.
Yes,
Is Stanley still alive?
in your place too, mine is like also raining, like the whole week. I think only yesterday it's not raining, but gloomy, like cloudy. So like it's not like shiny, sunny all day. So like Director Wicker feels as if lightning has struck the back of his head. His entire body, even his heart, feels like numb. Seemingly unsure of how to answer, he mumbles incoherently as if the question itself filled him with tremendous fear. A series of muffled gunshots reverberates behind him. Director Wickle's legs give out as he falls. He clutches his head, horrified. He stares at the reflections on the wall. As the assailant who attacked him is forced to live through the window, their face isn't revealed, not even once. Footsteps approach, trembling. Director Wicker turns the cries out in shock.
Benedict!
Director Wicker, you handled the press conference well. You lived up to my expectations. However, it looks like you can access knowledge you shouldn't otherwise have.
I'm gonna ask a quick. Yeah, sure.
Since you're interested in the floating island, would you like to see it yourself?
At the sight of Benedict's outstretched hand, Director Wicker knows he has no choice but to accept. Whoa, floating island? I fell asleep watching the stream last night, but how did puzzle stuff go? So, yeah, it's not that difficult. We, I finished it just fine, and the last story was about we cleared that puzzle, and then who's the name again? Calix told us the location of his memory, right? And then we go back to the back room. So I haven't really fight him yet. So because it's already late for me as well, so I finish on that quest right after we just go back to the back room. I actually quite like riddle games, so like it's not really difficult actually. You just fun. It just I mean it's understandable. Like we if no one's gonna expect that we need to go talk to NPC. Actually, I have question too. Like when did you start playing 14? Like, is it recent or like did you play from which expansion? Whoa. Okay. Okay, that's crazy. I thought. Whoa. Okay. So you're a senior player, I guess. Did you always play like? ha- Did you take a break from playing it at some point? Ah. Yes. I see. Also, actually, this morning when I woke up, I ran through, like, I watched my VOD again to see actually the. I'm still curious about the middle part in Zelenia dungeon, right? Zelenia trial. And now I understand which part that you mentioned, like the middle part. Finally, like I I know, but it's not like I remember. But yeah, yeah, I go through my bot and like, oh, this mechanics and I should be going there than here and yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure how long this Love and Deepspace main story will like take a long time or not, but I do want to stream 14 later after this. So, but but first I need to finish this. Don't say the middle, proceed to walk the middle sequence with this thing. I mean, oh, I mean, well, now you can remember it. It's a good thing, no? All right, I'm gonna continue this. The aircraft lands and Benedict carries unconscious Director Wicker into the island's only dense forest. He placed the modified Director Wicker on the metal surface somewhere in the woods, almost like a sacrifice. The body sinks into the ground. The platform quickly passes through the artificially constructed soil and enters a cold metallic interior. Oh, at the end of this journey is a vast hall. An organic light flickers and spreads. Electronic display emitting cold lights envelop the area. Bright floors, curved walls, and soft lighting are constructed by holographic blue lines. In no more than 10 seconds, the space is fully built. Even more refined lasers interweave to form 4 or 5 human figures.
This is the Fountain of Atay's latest achievement. It doesn't look impressive.
Who is this diva? She's beautiful. A figure walks around Director Wicker, loses interest halfway, and turns to ask another hologram.
Long time no see, Professor Lucius. You took so many things from my Gaia biotech, and this is all you can accomplish?
The Fountain of Atay's core has nothing to do with your precious research center. Souls can't be shaped, and external devices are useless.
You're here.
Wait, this guy. I know this guy, but I don't know his name. She looks like someone I would call mommy. He's cute. He's beautiful. Like he's should be part of the researcher team. A new figure in the holographic space causes Lucius and the others to fall silent. They turn they turn in unison to show their respect. They appear polite and trusting, even though he is an old man on a hospital bed.
Don't pay too much attention to this test subject. It's just today's extra. Or rather, a medium.
Stanley, huh? The old man makes a beckoning gesture with his hand. The floating platform carrying Director Wicker slowly drifts toward him.
Have the new wavelengths from the deep space signal been successfully decoded?
The silence is abrupt and the holograms remain motionless. It's clear they are well versed in concealing their emotions. Finally, the old man rises from his deep contemplation. Subtle ripples appear in his otherwise emotionless voice.
The recent disturbances in the deep space tunnel remind me of that starless night from over a decade ago. The night when the signal from deep space arrived on Earth. 2034. In that era when aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for deep space exploration expanded faster than the Big Bang. Institutions competed to decode it. They all wanted to be first. The literary world dramatized it. Ignorant masses worshipped it. And they even created the Deep Space Academy. But only our decrypted information is closest to the truth. Earth is about to experience a grand eradication.
Oh, he sounds about to. He sounds dying. He slowly exhales and forcefully suppresses his elevated tones and emotion.
Then the monsters appeared. Geomagnetic disturbances occurred, and mass extinction events were expedited. The warnings in a signal became reality, one at a time. The grand eradication is a large-scale elimination process. This planet wants to abandon us and enter its next phase of existence.
For over a decade, I have strongly advocated for the Fountain of Atay. I've dispatched the Farspace fleet to enter the Deep Space Tunnel's depths to avoid being abandoned. There were setbacks, but we managed to obtain the chess piece closest to her. To bring up 2034 again. Was there a mishap?
Again? Huh.
To avoid being abandoned, that will only make you a dog begging for fate's mercy. Lucius, you're old. The gears in your brain are covered in rust. It only took a few decades for evolvers to evolve from mere humans. This proves that in the future, we can reach a point beyond our wildest imaginations. We can achieve immortality.
Uh-oh. Another immortality achiever.
Who knows if it's impossible or not? The Lemurians who escaped the last grand eradication are practically living specimens of immortality. Of course, there are also the little ones who came back from the other side of deep space. It proves that some people found a way to survive. Planetary immortality only costs a few more lives, but it's still cost-effective. What do you think, Soren?
Soren.
Aside from the decrypted deep space signal, there's no concrete evidence that suggests Earth will face an apocalypse. As for that unkillable monster in the N109 zone, we can't confirm whether the life form is truly indestructible. So, how do we determine whether our persistence in pursuing immortality is a noble endeavor or absurd paranoia?
The deep space signal isn't an oracle or a prophecy. It's mercy from the universe's governing laws that wish to give humanity a reprieve. What we're able to decode are predetermined facts already set in stone. That evidence you want, it's already part of this world.
Oh. He raises his hand, violently fluctuating metaflux and envelopes the man bound on the platform. Oh! The transformation is completed instantly. A wanderer replaces the human shell only to be killed moments later by hidden weapons. A crisp metallic chime accompanies the fresh protocore as it falls into the platform.
Protocores are one of the most powerful pieces of evidence. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, I discovered the connection between protocore energy and her. I knew what kind of mission the universe gave me. Using protocores to accelerate human civilization's development and allowing humanity to achieve an immortality that aligns with this process. Only then can we survive the grand eradication with little to no losses. The anomalies caused by the deep space tunnel are becoming more frequent. Protocores are always guiding us.
The protocore trembles and rolls into a container that extends beneath the platform. Soren makes several gestures in the air. The rhombic container activates the protocore as if it's establishing a connection with some distant space. Oh. A rift that's shorter than a finger opens in the air. It quickly closes as its energy is depleted.
Recently, the frequency of spatial anomalies and magnetic field disturbances has almost reached the edge of time and space. Once a planet gets swept into that, complete disintegration will soon arrive.
Did you come up with another way to deal with your former teammate? I hope we can defeat your little prince and prove to him that our Soren is the most capable one.
Matters involving the backtrackers aren't to be taken lightly.
Do you need our assistance?
I've had enough of those disgusting manipulation tactics you use on your brainwashed test subjects. I don't need any help, and I don't need anyone's approval. I will make Xavier fall because of the hypocrisy, arrogance, and impracticality he clings to.
Savior mentioned.
That outcome
Oh.
will be enough to prove I'm correct.
All right. In any case, they don't actually care about your personal matters.
Several hoarse, irregular cough ringing out like a broken clock. It creates a rhythmic agitation that makes hearts flutter.
The deep space tunnel is closing in, and the cage is
He's dying for sure.
It's time to bring her back to us. Be careful, and try not to let the emissary truly awaken. Our most important hope mustn't be erased.
Soren's image flickers and disappears, and the meeting ends.
I wish you all the best.
The holograms scatter and fade away as the cold laboratory's walls dissolve. The scene of clouds dyed in the sunset's colors replace it. An empty hospital bed hovers above the clouds. It chooses to decay with the twilight rather than surrender to the night. Oh. Okay. Anomalies. Whoa. Tires scrape the ground and whip up the wind. A brand new 470 HM carries me across the Movire bridge that located above the city.
The magnetic field at the incident site shows coupled fluctuations, but the wanderers who correspond to them are nowhere to be found. It might be a new type. Be careful.
Copy that. I'm 5 kilometers away from my destination. I'm ready to do some dynamic data collection.
Like on cities phasing through things, dimensional ruptures, space-time rifts. Our missions have been weird lately. Everyone was spooked by that snowfall that happened outside of winter. They're jumpy now.
When the world is too peaceful, people tend to find their own sources of entertainment.
There are 500 missions every day. You might be entertained, but I'm not.
Okay, okay. Don't be glum. I'll buy you a soda to sweeten your day when we get back. After my call with the data analysis team and I look at the sky near the mission site. The clouds stretching out for kilometers appear as if they've been sliced by a giant blade. The cut looks clean. Is Silicon Online glitching again? It looks beautiful though. As the snow that fell outside of winter melts, the recent Ultram incident is slowly forgotten by the public. However, unusual celestial phenomena pulled back the curtain on apocalyptic fears in people's heart. Afterward, anomalies, both big and small, arrive one after another. They're accompanied by rampant rumors such as the deep space tunnel expansion theory, the sixth mass extinction event, and the great human catastrophe of 2099. Aside from burdening Deep Space Hunter and evil police with countless unnecessary tasks, these rumors injected plenty of chaotic entertainment into the otherwise mundane lives of Lincoln's residents. The only reassuring thing here is that Zane hasn't shown any more abnormalities, but I know his troubles didn't end just because that Fountain of Ate a press conference was cancelled. Benedict is continuing this plan behind the scene again. Perhaps Zane's confrontation with them has also temporarily moved below the surface. Ever since we parted ways at the cemetery, he's been visiting the fractal library more frequently. Maybe he's trying to find a solution to this dilemma in the world of books. That strange boy with white hair told me all of this. He called himself Shubai. He somehow got an electronic watch. When he's not using it to explore the novel world of internet, he confides in me using what he calls irrelevant words. For example, the emissary is hiding in the maze of bookshelf and ignoring everyone. The emissary is pulling all-nighters again. The emissary only orders milk tea for himself. He doesn't ask if I want anything. Emoji, crying emoji. Well, at least the fractal library can access the internet. I turn off the motorcycle engine when reach my destination. I refocus, remove my helmet, and approach the edge of a buzzing crowd. Look over there, something's about to come out of those clouds. Daddy, look at the clouds like that. Ooh, the voice is so far away. On-site dynamic data collection will take 30 seconds. I'll check the records. I'll check the records from the nearby stabilizer. The fluctuation amplitude has been removed. Have been normal for the past 3 days. Whenever those coupled fluctuation appear, they coincide with the protocol transport vehicles passing through.
This falls under normal interference. Dynamic data retrieval complete. Hold on. The results from advanced tech labs are back. There is a 0.51% chance of a wanderer appearing. Great. That's one more false alarm to our list. A lot of rare phenomena are just astronomical occurrences. We're probably paranoid.
That's a good thing. A false arm is better than the actual thing. Since the data has been verified, I'll close the case.
Please don't block the area. The Special Task Force will confirm if this is related to highly dangerous evolvers. Deep space hunters are on their way. Hey, don't use this as an excuse to stand on the trash can. Otto, the city inspector, will photograph and record everything.
Pushing through the crowds, I pass through the light barrier the Special Task Force has set up. When I turn my head, I lock eyes with with the officer on duty.
It's you again.
It's you again. Oh. Okay, next one. Familiar stranger.
This is the 5th time we've been assigned to the same mission, right? What a coincidence.
After evacuating the crowd and finishing our mission, the officer and I crack open energy drinks for each other outside the convenience store. After the last Alterum related incident, your department and our association have been doing a long-term joint operation. Well, we will probably keep running into each other.
They say it's to strengthen police-hunter cooperation and mutual learning. But I bet there are things they can't keep under wraps anymore. Did you hear? Someone saw a futuristic spaceship in the forest. It fell out of a space-time rift. The case disappeared the moment it was entered into the system. Don't you think it's suspicious?
Really? A futuristic spaceship? That's really sci-fi.
I already dealt with 5 anomalies today. I'm going to do 2 more before grabbing a bite to eat. What about you?
Oh. There's an extremely subtle disturbance behind me. It's like 2 bubbles rising from calm waters. They are followed by a trace akin to gently rippling waves that swiftly disappears. I look at the magnetic field stabilizers. It's not sending out an alert.
What's wrong? Do we have a problem on our hands?
It's from Nohan Zone. number 39. There might be more to this than meets the eye. I shouldn't involve other people for now. I shake my head, and the words Xavier said not too long ago echoes in my mind.
Based on my observation and analysis, particularly capable evil police officers are usually drawn to bizarre cases.
Oh, right. There's an update on that case we handled together. The one about the bathroom sink turning into pure gold. What? This time it was the toilet that transformed. A child's hand is stuck to it.
Really? Don't tell me I'm about to encounter an evolver with a golden touch. I'll handle the golden toilet case. I can keep going. Good luck on your next mission. Stay safe.
Once the officer's figure disappears into the distance, I pull out my phone and send a voice message to a familiar chat. Xavier, Nohan zone number 39 shows signs of a magnetic field overlap. I'm heading there now. How are things on your end? Nohan zone number 39 was once part of the Lumiestas district. It's where a large expanse of high-rise buildings was built along the waterfront to get a view of the river. But when the Chrono Rift catastrophe struck, the natural beauty and value that humans had assigned to it became meaningless. It said that no Hanzon number 39 wasn't supposed to be irrecoverable. But at some point, wonders began emerging endlessly from the building's overlapping shadows. It's as if a crack leading to some monster layer had opened up. The energy levels in the area significantly dropped later on and remain stable, and its danger level are far below the average for Nohan zones. However, no one believes Nohan zone number 39 can be reclaimed. Outside the perimeter, I've just parked my motorcycle when Xavier starts a video call with me.
Are you alone? And are you sure it's a magnetic field overlap?
It is. Those coupled fluctuations, like two bubbles bursting one after another on the water surface, are obvious. This isn't false alarm from the association.
I'll wrap things up here and find you. Give me 2 minutes. 2.5 at most. If you see anyone who looks like a backtracker,
I'll quietly follow them. You told me this multiple times already. You have turned into a worry word with all this nagging, Xavier.
oh, I see someone who thinks I'm always nagging doesn't want the results about the biometric key.
You and Jeremiah finally figured it out. Tell me.
It's the same as the preliminary examination. We can't unlock it. All we know is that there's an unknown substance inside, and it's not a chip.
You mean...
We can only go to Soren and see if he can unlock it. He's familiar with the old Gaia Research Center. So you'll have to keep moonlighting for me behind the association's back.
It's a win-win collaboration, but you make it sound like I'm getting a bad deal. Unable to stop myself from grumbling internally, I poke his smiling face on the screen. Who would have expected things to turn out this way 2 weeks ago? Okay, flashback.
Whether it's a rupture or instances of buildings phasing in and out, they're fundamentally related to magnetic field fluctuations and must be taken seriously. I know there have been many false reports lately, which makes it easy to overlook real threats. Everyone must remain vigilant.
As the briefing ends and the crowds disperse, I see a figure who shouldn't be here. Xavier, you showed up voluntarily? Is the world actually ending? In a usually deserted, quiet corner of the unicorn's building lobby, I raise my arm to block that sneaky figure's path.
Fancy seeing you here, partner. We ran into each other in a corner. It must be fate.
This isn't fate. I'm cornering you and skipping the small talk. Xavier, you are at the association because those abnormal magnetic fields are actually a problem, right?
Yes. The issue is that the magnetic fields are abnormal.
My other arm quickly rises, and I promptly cut off his escape route on the other side. His eyelashes are lowered, and he doesn't speak. He just looks at me. What are you doing? Are you trying to use your eyes to show your sincerity? I'm not falling for that today.
Then should I try a different approach?
As he speaks, he furrows his brow, his eyes showing a reproach. His expression displays disapproval. I'm not falling for this one either.
Well, I guess I failed. I don't have another trick up my sleeve.
How dare he? Fine, if you won't tell me, then I'll go ask our good friend Jeremiah.
I'm trying to find someone.
I turn and look at Xavier.
Soren. Based on what we know about him, he's most likely hiding in areas with magnetic field anomalies. And most of these anomalies may be linked to the flux nexus.
Aside from hiding in the magnetic field, are there any other clues that can help us locate Soren as quickly as possible?
Recently, some backtrackers I've lost contact with have returned to Lincoln secretly.
Ooh.
They left the backtrackers to follow Soren. I also visited Isaiah today.
Oh.
Back then, he left the backtrackers with them, and they all joined Ever. Soren's whereabouts? I'm afraid only Isaiah would know.
I've heard the name Isaiah before. I saw him at the psychiatric hospital too. At the time, I was doing a Wanderer defense seminar and happened to run into Xavier, Jeremiah, and the person they hide behind them. He was strange. He was a strange young man who appeared to be mentally ill. Yet he stared at me with a sharp gaze and said he knew me. According to Xavier, Isaiah had already escaped with a lot of Ever's classified information. He was on the run for a while. When they saw him again, they had already become dazed and confused. He also lost part of his memory. I haven't seen Isaiah in a long time. Jeremiah must have moved him somewhere else. How has he been lately? Did he remember the grievance and entanglements between you? Does he still remember Soren?
He's missing.
Oh. What? Did Soren kidnap him?
I don't think so. I went to the cottage where Jeremiah had him staying. All his clothes were still there. The only thing missing was the Order of Lightseeker's uniform. He probably remembered something and wants to handle it in the identity he values most.
At the edge of Nohan Zone number 29, a somewhat furtive figure flashes by. Those long robes look out of place in Lincoln City. And what's even more peculiar is, when he disappeared, did he take the Order of Lightseeker's uniform and sneakers?
A pair of sneakers was missing from the shoe cabinet. They were blue.
I immediately cross the perimeter and start up the 470 HM. I chase after those blue sneakers. I see him. Hurry up. You need to be here now. Another royal. Yeah, yeah. Before 70, before 70 HM races through the dilapidated streets as I watch Isaiah dart into an intersection. He entered a narrow, winding alley squeezed between two tall buildings. Who knows where it leads? He wasn't in the best place when I saw him last time, but he's still a backtracker, so I shouldn't underestimate him. I stopped at the intersection to think for a moment. Then I leave the motorcycle running and quietly get off. I'll approach the alley entrance on foot. As I look down the intersection, I notice something hidden deep within the alley's darkness. This doesn't feel like a trap or ambush. That fluctuation, it's inside. If Isaiah really Soren's whereabouts, then maybe he fled here to meet him? I send the updated coordinates to Xavier and crouch as I slip into the alley. My combat boots traverse the dust-covered ground silently. Not even a single speck is stirred. I advance cautiously when my body feels heavy all of a sudden, as if I passed through an invisible barrier. Flinching back, I find a soft glow suddenly filling my vision. Oh, Isekai. Um, what's going on? The narrow alley is replaced by a spacious stone street that leads to a plaza. At its center is a massive sculpture. I step back and turn around, but I don't return to familiar surroundings. The sensation beneath my feet is so real that it's undeniable. We transfer to Philos. Philos. I experienced this before in another magnetic closed overlap I've dealt with. In a park, a vintage table appears out of nowhere. Stairs leading to a rooftop turn into a mural, a well materializing next to a platform. But none of those anomalies were as vivid as this. It really feels like I traveled into another world. Oh, that's someone that somewhat haughty voice belongs to Isaiah, who looks even more arrogant than he sounds. The well-fitted knight uniform makes him look much sharper, and if you ignore his blue sneakers, he'd probably be intimidating. Unfortunately, they are hard to ignore.
You're being very rude right now. What's with that look on your face? If my knight boots hadn't been damaged in the previous battle, I wouldn't need to dress in such a ridiculous manner. Jeremiah, that despicable scoundrel. He only gave me everyday shoes.
Wow, it definitely has defensive. Oh, no, my cat. Seeing that I'm not reacting to his complaints, Isaiah probably feels like he's talking to himself. Gritting his teeth, his expression shifts. He raises his chin to address me with renewed dignity.
I saw you outside the no-hunt zone. I I knew you'd respond to our royal homeland summons and come here. This is your destiny.
Wait.
And an opportunity that fate has granted me.
A faint luminescence. How does it? Oh, no. Ah, my cat. A faint luminescence coalesces in his hand and transforms into a short sword. He points it at me.
Isaiah, 5th Squadron Leader of the Order of Lightseekers, Senior Counselor of the Royal Council, and member of the royal family's last generation.
Oh, it's part of the royal family.
Formally challenges you to an honorable duel.
You'll fight me as three people?
I can die fighting for honor, but I refuse to be insulted to death by you.
What's wrong with him? Oh, wait. My cat don't want to leave me alone. I need to do something first. Wait. Okay. It turns out even the most arrogant person will lose their dignity when pushed to the breaking point. That was real life cat, yes. That was my cat. He just woke up and yeah. No, that was my cat. I have two. And that one is really he really talks a lot. Isaiah doesn't wait for my response. As soon as he finishes shouting, he charged at me like an elegant yet furious goose. He raised his sword. I move almost simultaneously. I'll create some distance between us and use electrical rounds to incapacitate him. Yeah, like he because he's circling me right in front of my mic, so like he meows right in front of my mic too, so like as soon as the bullet leaves the gun barrel, my target has already flickered and vanished. He can teleport as well. Well, I mean, having seen Xavier's teleportation combat style so many times, my heart skipped a beat. I pick a direction and run.
You're running away during a duel? You've changed.
I look back. Isaiah is now standing where I had been, his sword slicing air. He looks in the direction I fled to, and his figure flickers and vanishes once again. Enemies who can teleport are so annoying. Save your weakness. What was it again? Before I can figure it out, a light flashes. Isaiah teleports to be just a few steps away from me. That's right, distance. Even if they both use the light before, he's still not Savior. Only those whose evil is as strong as Xavier's can teleport anywhere. Judging by Isaiah evolve, 10 meters is his limit. A strategy gradually takes shape in my mind, and I sprint at full speed towards the plaza. The traps I drop along the way occasionally work. They electrocute Isaiah until he flickers like a malfunctioning street light. When I reach the base of a giant sculpture, I prepare to welcome a furious Isaiah into my trap. But he actually stops in his tracks.
Out of all the places you could have chosen, do you know what it means to duel here?
Um, Following his arm, I examine the somewhat indistinct statue behind me. The magnetic field isn't stable enough. The sculpture's upper half is lost in a shapeless void, and the lower half isn't exactly solid. It looks like a sword.
Whether it's intentional or not, you've chosen to let this duel continue with the holy sword of the goddess as your witness.
Isaiah flourishes his blade. Then he holds it upright in a formal stance.
I shall treat this more earnestly and give it my all.
Why did he suddenly get so serious?
You're not going to say anything? I know what you're planning. You want to provoke me so that I'll lose my composure. Then you'll exploit an opening. Let's see if you can still predict my sword techniques.
Okay. Meeting his calm gaze, I have a bad feeling about this. The blade strikes, each faster than the last, move closer step by step. When my heel hits the hard base of the sculpture, I realize I have nowhere to run. Oh, Savior is here!
Xavier!
Before the light fades, Isaiah is already calling out the name of the person before him through the leaf. Ayo! The music banger. Duel in Lincoln.
Drawing your sword against an unarmed opponent. Is this your idea of chivalry?
What do you mean? She has a gun!
Well, he's not wrong. Xavier looks at me and the gun in my hand. His expression remains the same.
It's wrong if one party in a duel doesn't wield a sword.
Okay.
For the sake of your knight uniform, I acknowledge your sincerity for this duel.
The familiar light blade in his hand gathers light as he gently pushes me back with his sword arm. The blade cuts the air as it's pointed directly at his opponent.
She doesn't have a sword, but I do.
Do you think I'm stupid? I didn't win against you last time, so I won't.
Similar to how Isaiah didn't give me the option to refuse, Xavier doesn't wait. Whoa. In a flash of light, two blades, one long, one short, clash. At first, I admire the intensity of their battle and the excellence of their swordsmanship. But then the flashing lights, bright and dim, become so dazzling that I can no longer make out the fight's progress. Finally, a cry of pain cuts through this thorough display of light pollution. Whoa. Whether bright or dim, all the lights have now fallen silent. Isaiah rolls across the smooth stone pavement until he comes to a stop in front of me.
All the honor you wagered now belongs to her.
what grounds?
On the grounds that you lost.
Fine. It's pointless for me to take it anyway. Xavier can help but chuckle. And judging by how Isaiah is glaring at us, it seems he liked nothing more than to leap up and stab his sword through both of us. I crouch in front of him and pick up a badge that fell off his uniform. Since you lost, I should be able to ask a few questions. You escaped and came all the way here? Why?
This isn't the place to do an interrogation. The magnetic field isn't stable. Let's take him back and question him properly.
I look at Xavier and he gently shakes his head.
Soren isn't here.
All right. Seeing a band of light as thick as hemp rope appear in Xavier's palm, Isaiah rubs his waist as he gets up. Hatred thinks the words that leave his mouth.
Don't you dare tie me up! I am the 5th Squadron leader of the Order of Lightseekers, senior counselor of the Royal Council.
All right.
Will you promise you won't try to run off again?
The holy sword of the goddess shall be my witness.
This is the first time Xavier looks directly at the statue known as the Holy Sword of the Goddess since he arrived here. He looks as calm as still water, but and says nothing else.
Capturing me is pointless, Xavier. You don't know how to leave this place.
But it sounds like you do.
I won't say anything.
You're one of us now. What you know, we know.
How am I one of you?
Even a defeated enemy is still human.
As he speaks, ribbons of light flow like water and form secure knots around Isaiah's wrist.
You!
Stop being evasive. Just tell us how to get out. You don't want to be tied up forever, right? Xavier walks over to stand beside me and crosses his arm. With a calm confidence, we look at Isaiah. Isaiah maintains a composed expression while gritting his teeth. Then he reluctantly gestures at me.
Breaking through a magnetic field overlap is difficult for others. But it'll be simple since you're here. Find the flux nexus that is gathering energy and destroy it. Then the energy will disperse. The field shall collapse soon after.
I crouch and place my palm on the ground. I'm about to resonate with the surrounding environment, but Xavier pulls me back.
Don't act rashly. If it just involves destroying the flux nexus, then I can do it too.
Of course. One massive evol burst can make any magnetic field explode. Assuming you don't have that thing on your neck.
Oh. Isaiah lifts his chin to expose his throat and mockingly taps his nape.
Otherwise, it'd be suicide.
Let me do it. I pat the back of Xavier's hand, then I close my eyes and activate my evil to search for the flux nexus in the magnetic field. Going to where the energy converge, I discover that the flux nexus isn't very strong. I use the resonance evil to destroy it. The swirling, abnormally concentrated energy dispersed like lamps released from a pan. It drifts away peacefully. The surrounding scenery splits apart, collapses, and shakes violently. Oh. Taking one last look at the blurry visage of the holy sword of the goddess, I suppress the strange feeling welling up my heart and grabbed Xavier outstretched hand. Fa- The 470 HM speeds away and the commotion fades with the receding dust clouds. This part of urban ruins returns to its lifeless state once more. It's past midnight. Thick fog races among the towering buildings, and it silently creeps up their exterior walls to engulf them. Their three hooded figures walk into the fog and stir eerie ripples in their wake.
We can't get in now without an anchor point.
I didn't expect her and Xavier to charge in.
It's all because of Isaiah. When he goes crazy, he's not afraid of anything.
Did she see the holy sword of the goddess? Do you think she'll remember us? And Philos?
The backtracker, acting as their leader, crouches down and her palm hovers over the ground. The chaotic traces are washed away as if they were cleansed by water. By water. The cracked road beneath seems corrupted, like code that glitched out. A small section transforms into a weathered, heavy slab made pure white stone.
Soren didn't lie to us. It's real this time. He actually did it. Now, waiting is our best offense.
But Soren specifically asked us to work with Ever's cleaners to intercept and eliminate Xavier and the others.
Does that also include Her Majesty and Jeremiah? They shouldn't be able to stop Soren's plan anymore. Is this really necessary?
The backtracker falls silent. He presses her hand against the stone slabs to slowly, reluctantly curse it.
Soren isn't a qualified leader. It's up to you if you want to follow his orders. Regardless of whether his heart is consumed by hatred or blinded by madness, what he's doing hasn't betrayed the backtracker's original goal. Until the outcome is decided, I will never give up. This is my responsibility as a backtracker. It also involves my honor as a person.
An unknown path ahead and giving it our all. If we're still hesitating at this point, we'd be too weak. If everyone could always be like Xavier, the backtrackers wouldn't have split up or ended up like us.
The faint sound of a bell drifts from the fog's depth. The three almost simultaneously look into the distance. Classical buildings of varying heights cast shadows that flickers in and out of view. They vanish as quickly as they appear while the thick fog surges with the hidden currents. Someone waits in breathless anticipation for the final reckoning to arrive. After leaving Nohan Zone number 39, we escort Isaiah back to the flower shop. His hands are bound by bands of light.
You promised you wouldn't tie me up, but you went back on your word. I'll dismember you, turn you into custard to spread on bread, and eat you!
You don't like custard.
They said they wouldn't tie you up. But did I say that? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Now in Jeremiah's Jeremiah territory, he grabs Isaiah in the one fluid motion and throws him into the chair. Then he pulls out a plastic zip, ties to secure him to its back. Seeing the lucky bamboo nearby wrapped up, Isaiah kicks his legs in a panic. A bucket of her- herbaceous peonies, grade A with a black label, falls over. The flowers lie scattered on the floor. It looks like Jeremiah has reached his
Can
limit.
I knock him out?
Uh-oh. That's not a good idea.
Do you really think he won't betray us again?
Without saying a word, Xavier drags over a high stool and sits down. He slightly raises his hand and creates four walls of light that surround Isaiah.
You? Why would you use our family's punishment on me over something this trivial? How insulting!
They're cousins. Oh my god. Huh? This is baffling to watch. I nudged Jeremiah with my shoulder. What's the relationship between those two?
He's from the Philosian royal family. He's Xavier's younger cousin. He's always had a bone to pick with Xavier ever since he was born.
Younger brother? No way. Huh? He's a royalty? Xavier? Royalty?
Those flowers are precious. You shouldn't have kicked them over. I'll let you go after you answer a few questions.
Isaiah silently glares at us. He settled for a non-violent, non-cooperative state. The standoff lasts for a second. Then Xavier and I look at each other. The corner of his mouth twitches to signal me to go, but I'm quirk and eyebrow to signal him to go. To signal for him to go. 3 seconds pass. Xavier's gaze shifts slightly. He gets up, moves me to the high stool with my back turned away, places his hand on my shoulders, and whispers,
We have to quickly get useful information out of him. You're the only one who can do it. Jeremiah gets into arguments with him, and we're hostile towards each other. He won't cooperate.
After that unfriendly encounter in the magic field overlap, he probably won't be willing to cooperate with me either. A soft laugh reaches my ears. Xavier gently touched my earlobe. Whoa.
Don't underestimate how much you mean to him.
Um,
To all the backtrackers, you are different.
Fine. The worst that could happen is we waste more time. At least we have some to spare. Xavier turns me and the stool to face Isaiah. I clear my throat before addressing him. Why did you run away?
Why did you appear near no hunt zone number 39?
How did you find? You escaped to go to no hunt zone number 39 because of the magnet field overlap? How did you find it? Special equipment? Or did someone give you information? It's not hard to guess. That place must be related to the backtrackers. But Xavier and Jeremiah could only conduct systematic search for abnormal magnetic fields. Someone is supporting Isaiah? Or was he the one who planted the flood nexus in that magnetic field? This relentless questioning is putting a considerable amount of pressure on him. I feel more confident. For the next question, I turn to Jeremiah. He decided to escape today. Is today special?
I gave him a monthly subscription for Link on Monthly. I didn't let him have any other way to contact the outside world. Today should be the day he receives the magazine.
Hmm. In other words, you only learn about the anomalous incidents in Lincoln City today. You can assume that you were aware of the magnetic field overlap in No Hunt Zone number 39. Based on the reports in the newspaper, you knew that certain things had already
You've
begun.
made your assumptions. Why are you still questioning me?
Isaiah looks at me listlessly, his stubborn defiance gradually fading away.
No Hunt Zone number 39 was one of the locations Soren selected. It was the closest, so I just decided to confirm it. I never thought. Everyone underestimated Soren.
Not me.
I always knew he wasn't someone you could mess with.
I didn't doubt him either.
Fine, I'm the only one who was blind to the obvious. Are you even listening to me?
Xavier and I calmly restrain Jeremiah, and Xavier puts on a serious expression. He signals for Isaiah to continue.
During our backtracking, we theorized many potential solutions to Philo's crisis. One was planet transplantation.
Oh,
You saw the state of the magnetic field overlap? Don't tell me you didn't realize it was one of the methods for achieving planet transplantation.
All the methods we discussed exist only in theory. They're impossible to implement.
Then how do you explain what we saw inside the magnetic field? If this was just an abnormal magnetic field caused by spatial fractures or displacement, it should have been empty inside.
he's not wrong. What about those buildings we saw? Those are clearly the products of civilization.
Inside No Hunt Zone number 39 was Philos.
Philos? Even though I had a feeling this might be the case, I'm still shaken by the confirmation. That's where the backtrackers came from. Xavier's hope? As if sensing my unasked question, Xavier shakes his head.
It looks like our homeland, but I doubt that's the real Philos. It's more akin to a projection. Think of how light from a planet travels for a long time before being observed. What we see in that moment is actually how it was many years ago.
I agree with your assessment. What we can confirm right now is that Soren found a way to create magnetic field overlaps. Maybe he's actually attempting to do a transplantation.
Everyone is calm, so I quickly compose myself and follow their line of reasoning. I don't really understand the planet transplantation thing, but since it's supposed to solve Philo's predicament, it should be affecting Philos, right? Soren is on Earth right now. You don't think he's planning to transplant Earth, right?
Good question. If you hadn't have dragged me back here, I would have already tracked him down and forced him to tell me his plans. I guess you'll have to find the answer yourselves.
See? Maybe we should have just knocked him out.
I really declined Jeremiah kind over while holding down his eager face. I wonder why Xavier can keep Jeremiah in check only to see him looking down with a furrowed brow. He's seemingly lost in thought. Xavier? Are you thinking about Soren's scheme?
I can't figure out what he's planning for now, but maybe we don't need to know. If we obsess over trying to predict his moves, will be easily led around by the nose. We don't need to know everything. As long as we can identify a general pattern and strike the vital point, we can still achieve our goal. And Soren is clearly the vital point in all of his plans.
Cat won't have pets. It's okay. It's always like that. But how do we convince him to give up once we find him?
We don't have to.
Savior's bling.
At worst, we can follow Jeremiah's advice and knock him out to control the situation.
I guess knocking people out is a tradition passed down between backtrackers. Xavier nods in slightly bashful manner. It asks if someone just plays him. I'm speechless. Meanwhile, Xavier raised his finger. The light walls and band of light around Isaiah risk scattered into specks of starlight before dissipating.
Aside from No Hunt Zone number 39, what are the other locations Soren selected?
Are you planning to search through them one by one? I advise you to reconsider. When you were captured by Eva, Soren also participated in modifying your suppressor. The rest of us will have better odds against him.
Isaiah analyzes the situation calmly, even though his dissatisfaction with Xavier is evident in every word.
The magnetic field overlap is Soren's all-or-nothing gamble. He won't be merciful this time. Considering his access to Ever's resources, do you think he developed something that'll specifically target your suppressor?
Probably.
Soren modified your suppressor? What did he do?
Don't worry. I won't let myself be at a disadvantage.
You could remove the suppressor.
That's the one thing we'll never do.
Why not?
Then you can sit back and watch Earth get torn to shreds.
Isaiah let out a cold snort. His expression a mix of detached indifference and simmering anxiety. That very anxiety stirred a faint unease in me as well. Are the problems Soren caused really that bad? Isaiah tends to be a little dramatic when he speaks. I need to find a chance to ask Xavier about his suppressor privately.
Everyone's exhausted. Let's get some rest. Soren is human too. Even when he's up to no good, he still needs to sleep.
All right, I'll take care of this guy. We can discuss how to sort out his situation tomorrow.
Jeremiah gets up to see us off and uses it as an opportunity to sneakily kick Isaiah, but he dodged. Xavier and I pretend not to notice. We keep our gazes focused on what ahead as we leave. Oh my god, they're so funny. We turn the corner. Since the flower shop is closed and no one's around, we meet each other's gazes and burst into laughter.
They're probably fighting right now.
Oh my god, his laugh is so precious. Let's let's bring them some ointment tomorrow. They're brothers. Oh my god. I don't even know. A moment to breathe. 10 p.m. isn't exactly late for Lincoln City. Usually, the warm glow from small stalls would light up the pedestrian zone. Their gentle yet inviting radiance can create a welcoming pathway for visitors. As Xavier and I walk down the somewhat empty street, I feel a sense of desolation.
I can't smell any fried rice or grilled sausage.
Oh, lots of anomalies are appearing lately. People joke about wanting the apocalypse to hurry up, but deep down, they worry the convenience stores should still open. Do you want to go there?
I'm not hungry.
I narrow my eyes and grab his shirt by the shoulder. You have been acting strange ever since we finished interrogating Isaiah. And now you're saying you're not hungry?
I'm actually not hungry.
Unless there's a serious problem, you'd say okay and eat something even if you weren't hungry.
True. I'm thinking about a problem.
What?
I'm thinking about...
The silence around us makes Xavier's pause as he struggles to respond, all the more obvious. Under my increasingly insistent stare, a finger is pressed against my forehead. It gently pushed me back.
I'm thinking about how accurately you pinpointed Isaiah's weaknesses. You've never met him before, but you knew how to deal with him. Did you just wing it?
Xavier is being sly again. He's using the way I interrogated Isaiah to avoid my questions. Xavier smiles innocently, but his eyes feel a hint of mischief.
I get it. Your brain is overloaded from processing too much information. So it wants to use me as a distraction to relax for a bit. If you want to relax, I have plenty of ways to help with that.
No thanks. Knocking me out doesn't count as relaxing. I cross my hand above my head to block the palm that moving above me.
Do you think I only use violence to solve my problems?
I never really thought about it that way before, but after Isaiah appeared, this impression has become more obvious. It's not my fault. Taking advantage of my relaxed state, Xavier breaks through my defenses and vigorously rubs my head with a considerable amount of force. Before I can even protest, his finger pressed down on several pressure points. My tense mind actually feels at ease.
Better?
Temporarily, but none of these problems have been solved. I also need to keep a close eye on you. These moments of relaxation are just a drop in the bucket. The darkness, the light in Xavier's eyes seems to flicker for a moment. He lets out a soft sigh near my ear.
You already know what I'm going to do, don't you?
You want Isaiah to tell you the remaining location. Then you'll find Soren yourself.
You won't accept that.
Spot on. I wouldn't. I know we have relevant leads, so we should find him as soon as possible. We can give him too much time and let the situation spiral out of control. It looked like I easily dealt with the spatial anomalies today, but that was because of my ego and the ether core. The number of anomalous incidents is increasing. If these things start appearing everywhere in the future, I'll be exhausted to death and still won't be able to deal with all of them.
To ensure you're alive, we should catch Soren as soon as possible.
The deserted commercial street has ironically become the perfect place for a serious conversation. In the middle of the road, Xavier steps near the street lights while pulling me along. We're moving as if we're taking a leisurely stroll.
I want to find Soren by myself, but I don't want to stop him immediately. Isaiah is right. We don't know what or how much he created with Ever's resources. He definitely prepared a few things that target me specifically. Isaiah wasn't being paranoid. If Soren completes the planet transplantation, the stalls, markets, and life as we know it will cease to exist. That can't happen. And if Philos were to return that way, it may not be the one we're hoping for.
Feeling somewhat melancholic, I nod. I know the strategy he has is more or less foolproof, but you're not the only one who can do this.
Compared to me, is there anyone who's more likely to escape unscathed from this reconnaissance mission? Jeremiah? Isaiah? All things considered, neither of them are as suitable as I am.
If I ignore what Xavier is actually saying, his nonchalant tone would make me think he's discussing something as trivial as having more hair than anyone else. The problem is that your chance of escaping unscathed are greatly reduced, all because of that thing. Sensing my gaze on his neck, Xavier lowers his chin slightly, and his expressions become somewhat complex.
And we'll think of a way to get rid of it.
Aside from finding Soren, you were also thinking about how to remove the suppressor, right? Xavier is about to answer, but after he glances at me, he stops walking and his eyes narrow.
You sound eager.
I'm coming with you.
For what?
Those two things. Removing the suppressor can be easy. Something like that is comparable to undergoing major surgery. You need family or friends there to support you. And if we gather intel afterward, you might be able to launch a surprise attack and subdue Soren. I think I need to work with you to fight our way out. Compared to Xavier's strategy, mine is a little more idealistic. But I already made up my mind. If he doesn't listen to reason, I'll monitor his every move 24/7 without taking a break. Do I need a reason to stick with my partner through everything? I hear the sound of message notification. Xavier checks it. Then he puts his device away and looks up.
Let's move.
Where are we going?
We need to do things that require family to be present from start to finish.
Oh. Under the street light, two shadows suddenly intertwine and overlap. After a burst of brilliant light, the street is deserted. Did we just teleport? One-sided something. I didn't read the title. At midnight, a building located in a commercial area still has its upper floors lights on. Oh. It's a normal occurrence. The well-dressed man finished reading the documents in his hand. After confirming their accuracy, he feeds them into the paper shredder. In an age of paperless offices, he's one of the few who still prefers to work with physical documents. For certain intel exchanges, this tendency has become his signature style and calling card. The rough texture beneath his fingers give him a greater sense of accomplishment. Text that's stored electronically makes him feel hollow.
Cheap, inefficient intel is unworthy of the paper it could be printed on. Maybe the Nest should change its business
As he waits for the shredder to go through the thick stacks of documents, he brainstorms ideas for how to improve his business. A handmade business card turns in his hands, and light flows across the name Randall. It's rather ordinary.
There aren't many moles left in the N109 zone. Wasting them on Ever's scraps isn't worth it. I should save them for something worthwhile. That vengeful merman doesn't need new lists for now either. What a shame. The Oak Elder behind Biosun Pharmaceuticals isn't easy to fool. This business. I need to carefully consider its next move.
A flash of light appears outside the floor to ceiling windows and quickly fades. Randall pauses for a moment. Then he looks at the clock. The hour the hour hand hasn't reached 12 yet. Even in fairy tales, he should be safe at this time.
If the magic hasn't failed, then trouble is knocking on the door.
Two figures appear on the observation deck outside. One of them pushes open the glass door and walks without any hesitation. He speaks as if he's here to collect rent. Oh, Xavier.
I heard you have intel on ever modifying my suppressor.
Xavier, you know how to contact me. Is it really necessary to show up at my door in the middle of the night? Also, if you're going to show up at this hour, you should have used your evil to wrap yourself in light before letting the particles slowly disperse. It would have been more fairy tale-like.
I don't read fairy tales.
What a waste of evil. Oh, miss, you're here together.
Have we met?
I've seen you at the nest, or rather I saw you, but you didn't see me.
Oh. I catch the business card he tosses my way and study it for a bit. I soon spot a small line of text under several cute mushroom illustration. The nest, Randall. So you are the one who designated me as prey for hunting day.
You're giving me too much credit. My relationship with the nest is about as intimate as a pair of exes.
Nothing unusual about his expression. I'm about to drop the subject when I hear Xavier speak.
The nest doesn't have an owner, but whoever serves as its face gets shifted around. It's his turn for now.
That's confidential information. You say it like it's not a surprise. Oh.
Oh. A light blade is pressed against Randall's chest. Xavier is already behind his office chair. I unhurried reload my hunter firearm, disengage the safety, and point the barrel at Randall. Since you're a data broker, you should recognize the bullets I loaded.
This is unnecessary. I'm not being uncooperative.
That's enough nonsense for today. The files.
Under my gun barrel and Xavier's blade, Randall wears a wry smile. Yet, he shows little to no fear. He inputs a series of passwords on the table and scans both of his palm prints. A hidden compartment slides out. Xavier uses his sword to pick up one of the papers. He glances at it before quickly setting it down.
That's it?
This is all I can get. The Gaia Biotechnology Research Center isn't a haphazard operation. It's not the same institute as before.
Xavier nods at me from across the table. I understand what he's implying, and I put my gun in its holster and retreat to the floor-to-ceiling window. A bright office lights grow dim at the same time. When we plunge into darkness, Xavier's returns to my side. Before we teleport away, I faintly hear him bid Randall farewell.
Your services aren't special in the slightest.
That's harsh, don't you think?
I can send a message that confirms Isaiah intel is accurate to Jeremiah. Maybe that will help him trust Isaiah a little more. Why didn't you take the papers with you?
Leaving them with Randall means he'll sell them as intel again. The buyers won't know I'm aware of what's in them. If they want to utilize that intel against me, then we can use it against them.
You're quite strategist, huh? I'm impressed. What was on it? Is there a way to remove the suppressor? Xavier's touched his neck and slowly shake his head.
There wasn't much. It only had two things. Modifying the suppressor wasn't Ever's main purpose when they captured me.
Oh.
Gaia Biotech wanted my evol genes, but the suppressor made extraction impossible. So they made a last-minute request to Soren. They asked him to modify the suppressor. The second part said that Soren's modification was successful. He strengthened the suppressor's restrictive effect. The evil I can use is more limited now.
Uh-oh. That bastard. Where exactly did your suppressor come from? And why was Soren able to modify it? This question has been waiting on my mind for so long. Now is an appropriate moment to ask it. I thought there was another extraordinary, complex, and troubling story behind the suppressor, but I never expected.
My family made it for me.
What? Your family?
Yes. It was originally made to protect me. On Philos, an evolver's evol energy and life force are one and the same. Using your evol means you're consuming your own life for power.
What?
On Earth, we're displaced in time and space. The energy we consume can't be regenerated. The suppressor protects me through restraint.
Sound of my heartbeat is amplified in my ears. I almost doubt that what I'm hearing is real. Despite all of this, Xavier still sounds so calm. Of course he could. He knew this was his fate for a long time. What else can he do aside from getting used to it and remaining detached?
Are you that surprised?
What you're basically saying is we shouldn't remove the suppressor. No wonder Isaiah said it would be suicide if we do that. I tighten my grip on Xavier's hand and deliberately repeat those words. We can't remove it.
Did you forget what I just said?
Xavier casually squeezed my hand, his tone becoming more relaxed.
The documents didn't reveal a method to remove the suppressor, so launching a surprise attack against Soren now would be difficult. When we wake up tomorrow, we'll need to think of new approaches.
Are you really giving up on removing the suppressor?
I don't have a choice. Researching these technological mechanisms isn't something I'm good at. I can't do it.
Seeing him shake his head with genuine sincerity, I actually feel relief.
An emergency call from Jeremiah.
Oh.
A bunch of white-gloved men with new type protocore weapons just burst into the flower shop. We used the car to escape. Isaiah said...
They're Ever's cleaners, and we're not their only targets. Where are you?
I'll share my real-time location with Jeremiah. New type protocol weapons? White gloves? I think I've seen intel but this on the dark web. They're the ones who handled the dirty work forever. Break through fast and watch out for suicide attacks.
Isaiah can't fight 20 people on his own. He won't last long.
Some backtrackers are here too. Jeremiah's swordsmanship has always been one of the worst in our team. He couldn't beat them before, so it'll be impossible now.
Got it. Focus on getting out of there.
The chaos ends and the chaos on the other end temporarily fades. I know all too well that we don't have time to sit around and come up with anything new. Oh man. Oh, more story about the suppressor. On an ordinary workday morning, people pass by the street corner, but they don't smell the familiar scent of flowers.
It's not open today? I wanted to pick up a few flowers for the office.
You didn't know? The owner closes the flower shop temporarily from time to time. He's really carefree about it. Young people like him who open flower shops in the bustling parts of big cities usually have that wanderlust spirit. They leave whenever they feel like it.
The customer who wanted to buy flowers doesn't give up and approaches the glass door to look inside the shops. On the counter sits a bouquet of fresh flowers. The wrapping paper is only partially around it, which shows how hastily the owners left.
To be able to leave just like that? I'm so jealous.
Oh.
We've been driving for so long that anyone who's been trying to keep up should have lost us by now.
We shook them off 15 minutes ago.
The endless streams of rush hour traffic stretches ahead as a small delivery truck weaves through. Swaying recklessly, it takes advantage of its slender build. Some drivers pulls out their phone to capture the truck's flashy maneuvers. Unfortunately, they lose sight of their target in the blink of an eye.
But our choice is obvious. We'll catch up sooner or later.
A cold snort comes from the passenger seat.
Why don't you just ram into everyone and send them flying? Even if it doesn't kill them, and make them suffer at least.
Those masked people's weapons looked dangerous. Who knows what new thing ever came up with this time?
Losing heart before the battle even begins. I knew cowardice ran in your peasant blood.
Yeah, I'm not like you. Being iron-fisted royalty means your head is made of iron too, right? Why don't you go up front and help me check the headlights?
Before this battle can escalate further, I shrink back and retreat to Xavier's side.
If circumstances hadn't forced our hand, there wouldn't be a place for you in my squadron.
You'd be perfect as No Hunt Zone number 99's headmaster. You'll deal with those mutated wanderers with impure bloodlines and their biological dilemmas.
Listening to the ongoing mockery from the front seats, I rub my ears and lower my voice. Are they really going to be okay like this? They worked well when they were running.
This is how they relax. If they have time to argue, it means the situation isn't dire. You can use this as a chance to relax too.
When there's no threat nearby, they become each other's biggest threat?
Yeah. Our team's dynamic has always been like this. Mature and spirited.
I see. The back of the small truck has been modified to hold more medium and large size plants. Xavier and I plucked a banana leaves to sit on. We're nestled among the plants like two zen stowaways. You're suppressors. Just flash. Xavier tilted his chin, which makes it easier for me to touch the suppressor on his neck.
It's normal for it to flash. You've seen it happen before.
Yeah. Does that mean you are consuming your energy beyond the safety threshold, though?
Not necessarily. It might just be malfunctioning. After all, the more advanced the tech, the more prone it is to wear and tear. It's been working tirelessly for many, many years.
Stop trying to trick me with the straight face.
I'm telling the truth. It's been in service longer than an average spaceship used for time travel. And it's been modified over the years. Malfunctions are normal. As long as I don't malfunction, it's fine.
A few specks of light float up from his palm. Their glow is the same as it usually is when I push them with my finger. They spin in circles.
From its birth to its death, a star witnesses the passing of billions of years. Its energy is enough to outlast several generations on Earth. Even if there's a day when I run out of energy, it won't happen for a very long time.
You are really optimistic. I've acknowledged the suppressor existence, but seeing Xavier affected by it makes me feel even worse. That bright light is like a countdown before an ending arrives. Its presence alone fills me with unease. They had a straight profile because there's a group of backtrackers who sided with Soren and they're after you? Other backtrackers weren't hostile towards Xavier. They didn't get target him the way Soren did either, but now
The backtrackers were never a harmonious group to begin with. Who knows how many people are putting their pent-up resentment on his shoulders?
If we view their actions as ones that are driven by emotion, then we'll be severely underestimating the backtrackers. Those willing to cooperate with Ever, and the ones who left at a later time, aren't fools.
in this cramped space, Xavier adjusts his posture. He stretches out his left leg, his body swaying gently with the car.
It's because they're intelligent that every decision they make is the optimal choice.
Even if those decisions would tear the team apart and turn former comrades into bitter enemies,
Tear the team apart. Turn former comrades into bitter enemies. The original backtrackers were formed under similar circumstances. Everyone who joined knew the title of backtracker didn't carry any honor on Fearless.
oh,
It meant rebellion, resistance, and desperate madness. Our journey didn't set off with any blessings. No one would wait for our return on the other side of deep space.
Xavier,
Between choosing to be abandoned by everyone and being forced on a path of betrayal, the former takes a lot more courage.
I frown. I understand Xavier's interpretation of the backtrackers, yet deep down, I don't want to accept it.
After working together for so many years, they understood me, and I understood them. I understood the confusion, the disappointment that kept building up after each failed attempt. I also knew that even though the path ahead was shrouded in thick fog, not one person actually gave up.
Seeing Isaiah and Jeremiah visit acceptance, I can tell their understanding of their former teammates aligns with Xavier's. But this analysis only makes my expectation about the situation feel heavier. So, They chose Soren because the goal he wants to achieve gave them hope. As for what Soren is doing, it always feels like we're step or even half a step behind.
But the backtrackers on their side could have anticipated our actions. That's what it means to know your enemy.
You don't have to think of them as being that frightening. Even though they're enemies now, I don't think they'd use underhanded tactics against us. If conflict is unavoidable, it'll be a few straightforward battles. That's all.
At the beginning, I said those people are insane one way or another. I pity how their lives turned out sometimes. If you still have any delusions about them, I'll spend the rest of my life riding your tail as the King of Sorrow. Your infamy shall be spread from our solar system to Sagittarius. Every star in the galaxy will know your name.
You write books?
All promising members of the royal family do.
That explains why you're writing poetry on the backtracker ship. Saber slipped a cookie into my mouth as if by magic. He interrupts what I'm about to say before turning and speak with authority.
Since you love writing so much, don't speak anymore. In fact, you can start right now. Write down whatever you want to say.
You don't even look at the things I write.
I'll look when I have time.
Why are you laughing?
I can laugh whenever I want. What, are you gonna give me a story about the King of Laughter?
I don't want to talk to someone as shameless as you.
Isaiah had his fill of being made fun of. He crosses his arm and ignores everyone. My gaze moved from the back of Isaiah's head to the back of Jeremiah's head. Then it settles on Xavier's profile.
Why are you laughing?
You're right. Listening to them pickers is relaxing. Xavier shakes his head with a hint of resignation and leans against the halfway flower pot. He's quiet for a moment, then he softly chuckles. By the way, where did that cookie come from?
I picked it from a tree.
Huh?
Jeremiah prepared a tree as a gift for an important client. We're stealing some cookies, so don't let him catch us.
Seeing him pull down the small gift box along with a couple of leaves, I swallow my cookie and look closer to the tree. Xavier, you're wrong about one thing. If I were in your homeland, I would wait for your return. She has no idea. The MC has no idea. Oh. Following Jeremiah's plan, we speed along the suburban highway for a while before heading towards the aerial tunnel. Once we enter the ultra high-speed tunnel, we can lose our pursuers and buy ourselves enough time to regroup. But from a distance, we can see the checkpoint before the tunnel. It's flashing red. And an ominous warning, the thin mist is stained with cold crimson.
Looks like it's closed.
What a coincidence. Don't tell
Our
me.
influence doesn't reach that far. Let's split up and scout the area. We'll meet up at the southwest corner of the rest stop in 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
After dropping us off at the intersection leading to the rest stop, Jeremiah makes a gesture behind the truck window and slowly drives away. His gesture was cool, but his little truck is covered in battle scars. The sign that says Philo's fresh flower delivery has been worn down into just a P. How can its interior be intact when it's covered in holes?
Aside from the shell, nothing on this truck is original. Jeremiah modified it into something like a military fortress.
What?
In the worst case scenario, the driver's cabin can supposedly transform into an ejection pod and sacrifice the rear cargo for a quick escape.
What? In other words, it could sacrifice the four pots, plants, and us.
After this is over, I'll ask Jeremiah to expand the ejection pod a little.
Better be. Hundreds of vehicles are parked at the rest stop. Most of them are armored trucks or heavy-duty trucks transporting valuable cargo. A circular holographic screen in the center is divided into several displays. The leftmost section shows the numbers of vehicles currently at the rest stop. As I pass by one of the armored trucks, I can't help but feel a little envious. I remember reading data that showed if a vehicle's structural integrity is sufficient, it can almost travel at the speed of sound through the aerial tunnel. Is Jeremiah modified delivery truck capable of that?
Yeah.
Whoa. Then we can experience ultra high speeds?
The express lane is very expensive.
Oh. The aerial tunnel used protocore enchanted material as its primary structural component. There's almost no resistance in the low vacuum environment. As a result, daily maintenance costs are astronomical. If ordinary goods are transported through the aerial tunnel, the toll fees alone would exceed the value of the cargo. By the time we exit the tunnel, all the plants in the back would qualify as luxury items.
Tunnel instability is normal. It's been in operation for 2 or 3 years. When will it reopen? Who knows? If you can't wait, just use the regular highway.
They said it involves stuff like abnormal magnetic fields and unusual energy fluctuations. They won't reopen the tunnel until the situation stabilizes. Long-distance transport is so exhausting. You might as well rest like me and find a massage pod to lie down in.
After questioning some truck drivers, Xavier's and I head to the southwest corner of the rest stop to meet up with Jeremiah and Isaiah. The explanation given by the staff is consistent with the information we obtained. There's no telling when the tunnel will reopen. Did they give a reason for why it's closed?
Abnormal magnetic fields, energy fluctuations, and other factors are causing instability inside the tunnel.
That's just a catch-all excuse.
So what's the plan? Will we keep waiting or take a different route?
There's only one way to enter the aerial tunnel. If we turn back now, there's a chance we run into our pursuers. But if we wait here too long, it's only a matter of time before they catch up to us. Let's turn back. I'm leaning toward turning back to find an alternate route. What do you guys think?
I vote for staying.
Oh. Xavier and I exchange a glance. Then we look at the other two.
What do you choose?
I vote to turn back.
Then I'll choose to stay. Since there's two on each side, no one gets left out. Oh, I know. Why don't we choose to stay, but Isaiah can feel free to go?
You're insane.
It seems as if nothing in heaven on and earth could be more important than their verbal sparring matches. Exasperated, I turned my back to the two of them and asked Xavier about his reason for staying.
Based on my current understanding of the situation, there's a high chance we'll run into them if we go back.
Already? Didn't we lose them for a while when we were on the highway?
It's not enough. Our choice to leave the highway is a signal. They know we don't want to face them head on right now, and that we're creating distance to buy time.
And among the fastest ways to leave Lincoln City, the aerial tunnel is the best choice. Xavier convinced me and Isaiah before unanimously decided to stay. Jeremiah gives me a thumbs up.
It's settled then. I haven't eaten or drank anything since yesterday, so this is the perfect chance to refuel. You guys should too. Don't go into battle on an empty stomach.
It's okay. You eat first. We're not that hungry anyway. Will we eat your cookies?
Yeah. We'll gather intel in the meantime.
Thinking of that plan with nearly half of its gifts already devoured, Xavier and I adopt our most work-ready attitudes. The circular screen is divided into 6 segments. It displays the live news, traffic updates, and recently released movies and TV shows. Some drivers have their vehicle doors open as they recline in their seat to watch the screens. Others are near the rest stop with surface windows to eat and drink. The aerial tunnel sits at high altitude and the rest stop is perpetually shrouded in thin mist. It gives a surprisingly homely lit-in atmosphere.
You look just like that delivery driver who was worried about being late. It's a perfect disguise.
Who? Me? No.
Aren't you thinking about something along the lines of, I would have taken a different route if I had known?
Magnetic field anomalies can affect the tunnel. I've been dealing with issues related to them, but I completely overlooked that connection. Xavier nods and begins down.
In that case, we should hold Jeremiah responsible. He was driving the truck. Isaiah bears a lot of responsibility too. If he hadn't attracted those pursuers, we could have had time to plan alternative routes. Since I planned to act alone and didn't properly supervise them, I bear most of the responsibility.
With his calculations, the responsibility for one's mistake doesn't seem like enough to go around for both people. I feel somewhat helpless. You don't need to. You're making it sound like everyone's at fault. You don't need to create a list.
I'm not doing that. What I said is true. None of us are mindless puppets. So every action we took was inevitably shaped by everyone's thoughts and decisions. Let's put Jeremiah aside. If Isaiah found out you wanted to take all the responsibility, what do you think his reaction would be?
He called me a sucker.
He'd do more than that. He'll scold me for playing dumb, call Jeremiah a coward, and declare that he was also part of the mistake with his head held high.
He really is your cousin. Xavier part his bro. He surprisingly looks unhappy. I knew Xavier is right. In a battle where allies fight in a battle where allies fight side by side, wanting to take on all responsibility is disrespectful to your fellow teammates. You could try not throwing your other teammates under the bus next time you want to comfort someone. I'm worried that Jeremiah will be so sick of us that he'll turn us into fertilizer one day.
You don't like what I said?
I do. Seeing me sigh, yet also feel relief. Xavier feels an understanding smile and leans to the side. He idly looks around.
I noticed you kept frowning and then looking up. What caught your attention?
The weather forecast said anomalies elsewhere were under control, but in Lincoln, they were only getting worse.
The weather anomalies and the unusual magnetic fields should be connected to what Soren is doing.
Why Lincoln City, though? Is it because Ever has more resources there? I thought this kind of thing would be carried out in a place with fewer people. It won't be exposed so quickly.
If his goal is to find a way to save Philos through a magnetic field overlap, then it can only happen in Lincoln. The deep space tunnel affects Lincoln City the most. Various operations involving magnetic fluctuations will be easier to implement. And this is where Backtrack 2 descended. For him and some backtrackers, it's also where they fell. If there's a chance for them to make a comeback, then Lincoln City will be their new starting point.
I see. Talking about lost homelands doesn't seem appropriate here. Too bad I don't have the chance to ask other backtrackers how they've been doing on Earth. Do they like Earth? Have they gotten used to life here? Do they consider Earth a second home? I guess most of them would say no. Otherwise, there won't be these recurring conflicts. Whoa. Jeremiah and Isaiah return with a food they've scrounged up. Surprisingly, they start watching the TV drama that playing continuously in the corner of the screen.
They're still showing this? Don't tell me they've already made it to 10 seasons.
A workplace idol drama about protocol refining? Why did they make it look like magic? Brainless people watch brainless shows.
On the screen, the protagonist is researching methods for turning Earth's natural energy sources, such as oil and coal, into protocols. If only it were that simple. If natural energy sources and protocol energy could complement and support each other, then there might be more innovation in energy technologies. But it's impossible.
I'm not so sure about that.
We're quickly shocked by the show's over the top melodrama. We can't give any more attention to our scientific discussion.
Who's controlling the screen? I want to file a complaint. This is mental pollution.
Forget it. There are still plenty of people who love watching this. If you don't like it, just look away.
Quiet.
Oh. Xavier suddenly stands up. With a grumpy expression, he looks towards the rest stop entrance. Oh. What happened?
Something's off.
The tunnel has been closed for some time now, and the information has spread to the drivers who are stuck here. After we arrived, fewer cars showed up, but at this moment, an armored truck is pulling into this rest stop station. Whoa. Energy fluctuations. The newly arrived vehicle is loaded with a batch of active protocols energy weapons. There are quite a few of them. They might not necessarily be from ever, but Xavier doesn't hesitate.
Retreat. Get in the truck.
Using the fog and other large vehicles as cover, we head to the corner. A subtle energy shift appears in the air. Xavier and Isaiah turn their attention towards the center.
Avoid the patrol robots.
It's just like the time when Xavier helped me escape the nest. We run into them at Azure Square. Ever is using them to pursue us?
They're all Ever's products. The fact that they immediately hacked the robot's control systems means it's them. At this rate, they'll determine our location within 10 minutes.
Get ready for a fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
the fog grows thicker, and my grip on my gun becomes slick with sweat. It's possible that we don't need to fight, but the tension still makes my heart beat faster. An unexpected topic breaks the atmosphere of our silent retreat.
Before this difficult battle begins, I need to make a confession. Over the years, I've been secretly taking parts from our backtracking spaceship to modify my truck.
Since you're
Okay.
insane, consider going to therapy. Dying is also an option.
Don't fight. While I'm confused about why Jeremiah is bringing this up, I say angry expression freezes. Then it falls apart.
Please don't tell me you still haven't given up on that suicidal idea of modifying a miniature warp drive.
Oh no. A miniature warp drive? It can build on a truck? Shocked, I look at Xavier. Even his serious expression still traces of cracking. Jeremiah becomes the calmest person in the room, his face revealing hints of amusement.
Anyway, we only have two options right now. Either we charge out and fight, or we try out my truck's immature string and warp drive that I poured my heart and soul into modifying.
What's the success rate?
If success is defined as no one dying, then it's 100%. The worst case scenario is that we won't know where we'll end up.
Has your recklessness grown with age?
Has your courage declined with age?
Isaiah bros forwards before relaxing. He scoffs and directs the question to me.
It's your call.
Me?
Yeah, you decide.
Firstly, I need to know what a string and warp is. Secondly, did you forget that Xavier is your leader?
It's basically a point-to-point space travel technology. But you've already made your choice, right?
We will just teleport. The enemies before us are too familiar with our skills, and their strength is formidable. Not to mention, they're carrying weapons with a highly destructive power. But that worries me the most is, could they be carrying equipment that designed to target suppressors? It's basically teleporting, right? I might not have done it myself, but I've seen in action. Space warp should be pretty straightforward. Speaking of which, I've seen sci-fi movies where pigs were the protagonists. If pigs can do a space warp, we can too. After organizing my thoughts, I turned to the three-man patient gaze and grit my fate. Jeremiah, do you have a way for us to slip away without alerting anyone?
I got you.
We can add an extra safety measure. We need to guarantee we'll stay within a certain range and not end up on the other side of planet.
There are people here who have extensive experience with unplanned warp points.
Realizing he's talking about their experience using Backtrack 2 across space and time, I can help but feel somewhat nostalgic. Though now is not the time for that. You really have been through a few epic adventures. Xavier, who got in first, turns around in the crouching position and pushes aside the branches blocking the rear door as he reached out to me.
Regardless of the adventure, you've always been there.
Before I can think about what he means, he pulls me into the vehicle. The door closes behind me, seemingly such all outside threats. Sandwiched in a corner hidden by two heavy trucks, the windows of the small vehicle flash. After confirming that the inside the truck can't be seen from outside, the steering wheel rises and Jeremiah skillfully manipulates the control panel hidden underneath.
Now it's a small truck equipped with a cloaking device and stealth tech. We can use the shadows for cover and slip into the tunnel's auxiliary road next to the checkpoint. Once we're there, we'll activate the string-end warp drive. The tunnel will conceal the commotion, so hopefully they won't notice us.
Alright. Everything progressed just like Jeremiah says. Neither the patrol robots nor the checkpoint detects us. The truck enters the tunnel auxiliary road. At that final moment, Xavier extends his hand towards me as if to seek my consent.
We'll blow up those patrol robots to show them we're hiding at this rest stop.
That way, they'll waste more time here. I grasped his hand, and we silently resonate just before the vehicle entered the tunnel. Inside the rest stop, several figures are searching for something. The patrol robots hover in the mid-air, their compound eyes sweeping across the tunnel entrance. Traces of cold, red light flashes. Suddenly, all the robots lose power, their eyes flickering and going dark. They crash to the ground one after another. Ooh, better. Let's go. I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this one. Wait, it will what, let me see my, yeah, should be fine. Oh, maybe I'm covering a bit, but okay, that's fine. I think should be fine. Oh, hello. Thank you for coming. We're doing the main story update for Love and Deepspace. If you play it, beware of spoilers, I guess.
Back to the darkness. Another soul falls by my blade.
Your fate has been sealed.
I shall be the judge.
Wait.
Weak. Watch out. It's trying to take you down with it.
Oh.
Eat this. Your fate has been sealed.
I shall be the judge. We knew how this would end.
I can't play this game anymore because the file size is so large now. The latest update was. I understand. I can feel you. Actually, I never played this on my phone. I'm using emulators, actually. I never played on my phone. I'm using my laptop. So like, and with the latest update, the home update, even I played it on my laptop, it lagging so bad. So like, I need to move slowly. Oh, you can emulate this now. So I use Mumu player, and then so usually people gonna use BlueStack, right? But I prefer using Mumu. No, it's actually better than BlueStack. BlueStack itself is a bit heavy for my laptop. And when you load Love and Deepspace, it's even heavy. So like people recommends to use Mumu, and I try it, and so far it's good. So if you, but yeah, the downside is that because it's on my laptop, I cannot play it, like I cannot bring it everywhere. Yeah, please. It's so yeah. Please try it. It's good, and the emulator itself like have an update where, because they know people use it to play Love and Deepspace, like they usually have an update for the emulators itself, so like we can play it smoothly. Yeah, I think so. I think it's more than that actually. I don't want to. I haven't I haven't deleted with the new feature that you can delete in one tap. I haven't tried it, so like it should be a lot. Who's your man, by the way? I Xavier's main, and my second is uh Caleb. I'm a Star Apple girl. How about you? Who's your man, ally? Silas. Ooh. And Caleb next. We are Apple sister. Did you? How about the? Did you already get the 4-star cards? I don't know why people got upset on his release. Well, there's always people who don't like certain LI. I mean, I've been playing a lot of otome games, so like for me it's just fine. Ah, the Procon, the siblings scenario. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, if you don't like about it, then just ignore it, I guess. In English, it's best friend, but in the other language, it's bro and sis. Yeah, yeah. They keep the terms bro and sis because I mean they have a different impression on me. Basically, like if I want to,
We'll send them back to
I
the
mean, I
darkness.
understand the bro and sis. Wait, the bro and sis
Another soul falls
scenario,
by my
but
blade.
I don't know.
End it.
Your fate has been sealed.
I shall be the judge.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, whenever I play in English dub
I am not
and
afraid.
JP dub, I usually play in either English or JP.
Your fate
They
has
have
been sealed.
different impressions. So like, if I want the certain vibe of
A king
Caleb,
and queen
then
fighting together.
I will go. Like I usually listen to both. Because because I used to listen a lot of JP voice actors, so like somewhat somewhat I got biased because the JP voice actor, but then the way that he delivers the character is so different than English. So like I got different side of Caleb. But for Xavier though, I prefer either in English or in Chinese dub. But for Caleb, I usually
You
go
and I will
for
turn the
I
tables.
usually listen to both the English and the JP.
Another soul falls by
For
my
Silas, I think I prefer his English. It just feels different.
We knew how this would end.
Xavier in English suits his soft
fighting
voice, but
together.
Xavier's by yeah, I know, right? I used to not really not that prefer like I'm not really prefer English at first. But then when Silas dropped, I cannot stop using English. And then because of that then I start to like familiarize with the others English stuff as well. Yeah. I know, right? Like he's so different. I don't know how to explain it, but he got his charm, I guess. Unbeknownst to anyone, a small flower delivery truck sits at the end of aerial tunnel's frontage road. The vehicle blends into its surroundings. Jeremiah movements have reached a level that's beyond my comprehension. I heard of space warp technology, but I always thought it was nothing more than a theory. Something for the distant future. I feel a little nervous, but an anxiety quickly recedes, like a tide when I hear a poorly stifled yawn. Xavier, I can't believe you're sleepy right now. Can you feel on edge?
You're the one who's too nervous.
We're about to do a space warp.
It's more like jumping. It sounds impressive, but
It's actually really impressive.
Jeremiah takes a break from his work to chime in. Xavier turns his head back.
don't listen to him. He's just bragging. This isn't a real space warp. There are too many conditions it can't meet.
I think it's the autonomy that he let us choose. He knows we will, but to give us space and choose what let us in our own time. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. Like, how to explain it? Yeah. Like, sometimes I feel like he give us the feeling of like we are being in control, but actually not. So like, oh, it's hard to explain in words. But yeah.
You can imagine it as an elevator that's slightly faster than usual.
Yeah, every of them like giving a really different vibe. So like if I want to experience something different than I usually go to, other than Xavier or Caleb. So like, it is, and the story though, the lore, gosh, my mind was blown. I was like, whoa.
We just don't know which floor it'll stop at.
But I'm really curious about when they meet each other, like how they gonna react to each other. The team just wants us to give us trauma. Yeah, for real. Like, there's inside of my heart that squeeze whenever the lore drops, you know? Like, ugh. I somewhat stunned. Is it really just an elevator?
Range safety measures are in place, and the emergency brakes are functional. Everything's ready. What about you guys?
The windows. Rear view mirror decorations, dirty leaves, and the delicate flower petals begin to vibrate at the same rate. Jeremiah's hand paused in the mid-air, his gaze sweeping over each of us. Although he appears slightly tense, he's not too anxious. Do you have any last event at your country? I'm not sure if you host much there. Not the official, I think, but there's some like fan-made event in the capital, but it's too far from my place, so like I never go there. I wish I could though, maybe sometime, because my workplace want me to send my I cannot book like last minute annual leave, so like it's a bit hard to me, but I try to join the, what is it called, they made the photo booth, photo strip event, right? Yeah, I try to collect them. I always see event at Malaysia. I wish I had a, oh yeah. So you never go there before? Like you also can go there? Oh yeah, our closest one can only be in Singapore or in Malaysia. I'm really curious about the life size, what's it called? The life size the thing, the statue. Yeah, the figurine, the life size figurine. Man, can you imagine though? But I think it's only in China, or maybe, yeah, it's only in China, right? There's no way they're gonna bring it to Singapore or Malaysia, right? In the silence, he presses his lips together and activates the vehicle warp drive. Why is there pretty tall? Because isn't it? Yeah, and there's the stand, so like, it's 2 meters or something. The platform, there's a platform on it. Like if I'm not mistaken, they describe it like 2 meters more height and more than something kilos, 100 kilos of weight. Did you input your real height for your MC? Because you can see it on the camera, the photo booth, right? If we actually stand side by side. I think it's really cute though, the feature that he can actually like estimate how tall we are side by side. A loud hum burst forth from within me, and it almost instantly burst my consciousness. Yeah, it's a very detailed feature, and again, with all these beautiful, cute features, the space, the storage, oh, it's killing us. All my senses are in turmoil. My body and soul are thrown into chaos. At that moment, a hand gently, quickly grasps mine. My trembling heart settles and allows my consciousness to flow freely. Oh, the money. There's a meme. Have you seen the meme that says, "Never ask a woman about her age, and don't ask how much money they spend." Like, don't ask Let's Players about how much money they spend. And was like, oop, oop. It's not that I'm like always gamble though, but still. Oh, invisible forces draw upon pure energy born from nothingness. They twist time and space. They accumulate and condense. Invisible force draw upon pure energy born from nothingness. They twist time and space. They accumulate and or the giant star's death builds the framework for this energy. A collision in a binary star system strengthens its form. Finally, a faint fluctuation from cosmic string sends into orbit. After being incubated for hundreds of millions of years, it takes on the appearance of a young planet. The gacha is so bad and less compared to other games. In a way, yes, but I think I know one that even worse. I think there's the one gacha games that there's no PT system. I think it's bad, but I keep playing it. Do you know Tokyo Debunker? Did you play Tokyo Debunker? It's like semi AFK game, but there's no PT system, and there's a lot of like every characters have their own banner, and yeah, there's no PT system. So like there's a character and like the sub cards, so like you can build the strengths, the something, right? And it's on one banner, the same banner. So like let's say you pull 10 pulls, you can get 1 characters and 9 of like the supporting cards, and there's no even PD system. but they give a quite unique system, like for the diamonds though. So like every like twice a month, I think they're gonna give uh like another gamble to. So if you put a 30 diamonds, you can get a chance to like up 2 times more or something. So like in a way you can earn fast for the diamonds, but if you gacha a lot, then it's not healthy. It's a bit difficult to explain, but yeah. Yeah, gacha is never healthy. Especially if you are the one that very feel FOMO all the time. Oh, I should go back car. Real, for real. I mean, I used to, before I play this game, I used to save, like, some money for my emergency funds kind of thing. But now, yeah, yeah. But I try this year resolution. I try to not top up as much as I used to last year. I don't know about the merch though. Um, yeah, not to mention about the reruns, because I played this game when the time it released, but then I stopped because my phone cannot handle it, and then I came back playing it again last year. So like I skip a lot of banners, and then they doing reruns right now. So I was like, my savior memories. What? Huh? Wait, it's not load. Okay. What happened? Oh. I mean, yeah, I was thinking the same, but then I can play it on my laptop, so like it's okay. Everything, it's okay. I'm using my laptop every day anyway, so like, but it's just difficult if you want to show it to your friends or bringing to your parents and introduce them, you know, the feature. Oh wait, the birth of the universe, its flourishing growth, decline, and eventual collapse into the ether core plane in an endless loop, its cycle of perpetual renewal. Ooh. Yeah, the daily is like 5 to 10 minutes. You can done it fast. And with the monthly subscription, you can just claim the energy later after work. So I usually do that. Light and dust flicker as they flow past. At first, it's impossible to tell whether I'm moving forward or backward, ascending or descending. It's as if my consciousness is being swept along a river. It converges in the torrent until it falls into the vast ocean of the cosmos. At the moment, at that moment, the flowing universe calms and reaches a complete standstill. It's the perfect time to wake up. Whoa. Didn't we just teleported? What happened here? The restraint on my consciousness returned bit by bit. Scattered thoughts and confused, fragmented memories are picked up and restored one by one. I remember who I am, and I know with certainty that I haven't fallen into the universe because my body is about to collapse this time. Was that because of the space warp? Everything in my peri periphery is still, and the universe is frozen in this moment. The past, present, and future converge like countless rivers meeting at the same point. Time loses its meaning, and everything throughout an eternity unfolds within my consciousness. Whoa. I'm ahead to the gym. I'll catch you later. See ya. See ya. Thank you for coming. Good luck. You can do your gym. Ganba. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. In that moment of thought flashing, something established a connection with me. It's a hollow planet. I look toward it. When I see the dying planet whose energy has been depleted, everything begins to flow. Massive artificial satellites sweep across nearby orbits. At the same time, a bright speck of light rises from the planet. Without any hesitation, it plunges into the torrent of space-time. It looks familiar to me. That a ring That's a ring-shaped ship. It's, oh my god, my tongue. It's traced back too. What? Memory back trace. Whoa, the music. Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap up here because my cat's mewing non-stop. I think it's time to give them a food. So I'm gonna wrap up and then maybe I will stream other games tomorrow. Let's see. I need to finish my report still. Yeah. Thank you for everyone who's coming to my stream. And I'm going to see you tomorrow, maybe at the same time. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. I'm gonna continue this maybe part 2. I don't know when. Anyway, bye bye.